Which of these kinds of wisdom is most accessible to us? So much so that our obligation to investigate it is correspondingly greater, although it is imperative and obligatory to reflect on all of them. The most accessible and apparent kind is the mark of wisdom manifest in the human species, the microcosm, the ultimate reason for the existence of the cosmos. It is our obligation to study the beginning of a human being, his early development, the formation of his body, the structuring of his members, and the basic functions of each one, and why it was necessary to make him in the form in which he is fashioned. Next, we should study the things that are beneficial to man, each of his qualities, the faculties of his soul, the light of his intellect, the essential and accidental things in him, his desires and ultimate purpose. When we arrive at an understanding of these aspects of man, much of the mystery of the world will be deciphered, for man resembles the world. One of the wise men has already remarked that philosophy is man's knowledge of himself, that is, his knowledge of the aspects of man we have just mentioned, so that, from the evidence of divine wisdom displayed in himself, he may come to recognize the Creator, may he be exalted, as it is written, "From my own flesh I will see God." Since this is the case, we should, from all that we have mentioned concerning man, at least touch briefly on each subject, in order to spur the neglectful person to the awareness of what he must always remember. This will then motivate him to inquire into matters which I have not mentioned, and then, when he is aware of all the love and kindness which the Creator has showered upon him, he will feel humbled before him, and exceedingly grateful to him. As David, peace be upon him, said, "I praise you, for I am made awesomely and wondrously. Your works are amazing. I know this well. My frame was not hidden from you, when I was fashioned in a hidden place, when I was woven together in the depths of the earth. Your eyes saw my unformed substance. The days on which all my parts were to be fashioned were written in your book, when not one of them yet existed." What you should first do is consider the origin of man and the beginning of his existence. You will then see that the first grace that God bestows upon man is that he is brought into existence from non-existence. The fundamental elements pass into plant form, which becomes food and changes into semen and blood. This is transformed into animal life, which finally assumes the form of a human being, a living, speaking, and mortal being, who goes through changes and transformations and is affected by various factors and ever-changing conditions which are carefully integrated and well coordinated. After you have contemplated this and noticed evidence of the Creator's goodness, wisdom, and power on a grand scale, observe and reflect upon the principal components of a human being's discernible makeup, namely, his body and soul. You will see that man's body is composed of incompatible elements and dissimilar natures which the Creator, may he be exalted, combined only with his power, bound together in his wisdom, and formed into a hardy body, uniform in its appearance, but diverse in its constitution. The Creator then joined to this body a spiritual element, similar to the spirituality of the higher beings. This element is man's soul, nephesh, which God bound to the body by means adapted to both of these extremes. These means are the vital soul, naturally the blood, veins, nerves, and arteries. To preserve them and shield them from injury, God provided means of protection: flesh, bones, muscles, skin, hair, and nails, which served like shields and coverings to ward off injury.